What's up, students? Jason James here. I'm a graphic designer at Fig Industries, and I'm here to give you a few tips on designing a great logo. So logos are everywhere, from Nike to Adidas. And what makes these logos good? It's that they're everywhere, they're clear, they're made of very simple shapes, and they're really memorable. So how do you design a good logo? The way you design a good logo is first going to get inspiration. A lot of the ways that I usually go to get inspiration are going to places like Pinterest or Google, or a little bit less known as Behance.net. So what you do is you go and you look at the different logos that you like. What's working? What's not? Look at what looks good and what doesn't look good. Now, I wouldn't advise you to copy exactly what you see, but just get inspiration from it. Enjoy the creativity that's there, and then take pieces from different logos that you like and put them together and see if you come up with something that looks good. Next, choose your favorite pencils or markers or even paintbrushes. I like these zebra midliners. They've got a lot of different colors to them and they don't bleed through paper. But whatever you choose will be just fine. The next thing to do is just to get sketching. You may not like the first thing that you do, but don't let that stop you. A lot of times you start drawing and you make a wrong mark, or something looks too big, or something looks out of proportion, but that's okay. That's the process of being creative. That's the process of coming up with a great logo. Keep sketching and get your ideas out there. Here's my sketchbook. As you can see, I do a whole lot of different options. I make a whole lot of different marks, explore different shapes, usually keeping them pretty simple. This way I come up with the best idea and the best solution for the design project. From my sketchbook, I begin to add color and refinement. I play around with different options and different sizes, and then it's ready for final production. Okay, everyone, thanks for taking a moment to hear a few tips about how to design a great logo. Go out and create something great.
Hi, my name's Andrew. I'm a graphic designer and illustrator, and I work in advertising. Some of the things I like to do with my creativity are create skateboard graphics like this one, which I did for a company called Theories that's based in New York. If I can give you 3 simple tips for creating a logo, 1, you should always keep a sketchbook if you're an artist or a designer. It's a really easy place to put your ideas down and kind of get the ball rolling for the concept. Here are some logo designs I was working on for IHOP, International House of Pancakes. So definitely always start with your hand, a pencil, and paper. Just get your ideas down. Don't focus about being perfect yet. Just focus on getting things figured out first, getting a game plan. The second thing I would suggest is to simplify your color scheme. So for instance, working on a skateboard graphic is very similar to a logo because you can only use a certain number of colors. Try to focus on black and white and then maybe an accent color. That's a really good way to create something simple and clean that doesn't feel overcomplicated. My third and final tip for logo design would be to edit yourself. Come up with as many ideas as you can and simplify them down to your 3 best ideas. If you come up with 10 ideas, try to cut that down to 5. 5 of your best ideas. If you come up with 5 ideas, cut that down to 3. Editing is the most important part of design because it allows you to focus on what you really want to highlight in your design. Just to reiterate, my 3 tips for logo design are always start in a sketchbook, limit your color palette, and edit yourself. Good luck. I hope you do great.
Hey everybody, my name's Baxter. I'm a brand strategist. I've worked in the ad world for 18 years, almost. I'm here to tell you about logos and what they are and what makes a good one and what makes a bad one. So I'll give you 3 rules for good logos. And it's very easy. You guys will get it right away, I promise. First up, be simple. Don't use more than 3 colors, and don't clutter it up with stuff you don't need. So you don't need URLs, hashtags, any of that stuff. You just need to clearly communicate sort of the energy that you think Vote That John has. Second one, be appropriate. So all that really means is don't put stuff in there that's not relevant to voting. So I doubt you would put a banana or a cat meme or a car in your logo. And it might feel creative to color outside the lines that way, but it's just gonna confuse people and it won't work. And the last one, and probably the most important one, is be memorable. If you're gonna make a logo, see how you can go deeper. How could you unexpectedly capture, what it feels like to have your voice be heard or to actually change history? See how you can capture that in a new and different way that somebody else might not have thought of. So those are the 3 rules. Be simple, be appropriate, and be memorable. So let's talk about 4 logos that do this really well. So first up, Apple. It's very beautiful, very sleek, and you can tell by looking at it that Apple is simple, it's very user-friendly, and it's very creative and values creativity. Second one, FedEx is also an excellent example because just looking at it, you get a sense that they're dependable. They're always in motion, and they trickily snuck in an arrow between the E and the X, and if you haven't noticed it, next time look at it and you won't be able to get it out of your mind, but it's very good at being dependable and action-oriented. And speaking of action, I'm sure you all have seen it, Nike's logo is also amazing because it looks athletic, it's fast, it's dynamic, it looks like it's got purpose and speed to it. It lives everywhere and it looks beautiful no matter where it sits, on a shoe, on a t-shirt, on an ad, on a basketball. It's pretty awesome. And last one, also very simple and powerful, the Red Cross. Just that big cross says to people, they're here to help. It's an alert. It's a way to make people pay attention. They're very serious and they are here to do good work. So there's a mini lesson on logos. I hope this was helpful for you all. And yeah, go out and crush your assignment. See you soon.
Hi students, my name is Nick and I'm a graphic designer and art director with over 10 years of working experience. And today, I'm going to talk to you on how to use colors effectively when designing a logo. Step 1. Always start with black and white and use shades of gray. Step 2. Use 2 to 3 colors. Step 3. Once the logo has reached its maturity and it's close to being done and you still feel there's something that needs to be added, you may use a 4th color, which is an accent color, a vibrant color. Use it very sparingly. It's important to use a color wheel because it's a reference vocabulary, especially at the beginning of your career as a designer. Color wheel has good marks on it that do most of the work for you. Eventually, you'll create your own mental memory of color combinations that will work well together, and you won't need it eventually. But for now, stick to the color wheel. It will only help you. Complementing colors are 2 colors of opposite of each other on a color wheel. They add vibrancy to the logo, and in my opinion, when used, they should having a neutral color or a dark color in between. Contrasting colors are important because they create an imprint in viewers' vision. They make the logo stand out from the busy surroundings. For example, sports, music, food and beverage clients utilize contrasting colors often. This is done purposely so that the logo can stand out, particularly on the shelf at the busy store. A good example of contrasting colors is red and black, green and white, yellow and black. So when the opportunity comes, be loud. Of course, be loud with color. In my experience, conflicting colors usually are very harsh to the eye. For example, green text on red background is very conflicting. If placed on top of each other, these two colors create a certain level of discomfort to the eye. This is why I recommend every student to have a color wheel with them when creating new pieces. Thanks for listening to my tips on color and design. Good luck on your next project, students.